What's up, snake fans? Dave Palumbo here for Muscle Serpents Daily. And guys, we are going to be taking a look at some cool pairings. Remember, ball python season is here, boa season here. We're going to look at some ball python pairings that I put together today. Some cool stuff that, you know, potentially could work out to some very cool babies for next season. I'm in the brainstorming, I guess, period right now. October, I'm kind of feeling out what I want to put with what. I haven't really made cemented decisions yet, but that's where the creativity comes in. That's where the artist comes in. You're putting your palette colors together. You're looking for your paints. All right, I got this and that. And you got to look for the canvas you want to use. And that's the fun part, you know. And there's no right or wrong rules. Remember, there's no breeding that was the wrong thing to do or the right thing to do. It just is what it is. Sometimes you produce stuff together or put stuff together, and you get amazing stuff. Sometimes you get crap. And that's just the way it goes. That's snake breeding. That's why we get obsessed with having multiple females and males, so that we have a better chance of at least producing something productive, even if we make a couple mistakes along the way. That's just the way it goes. All right, guys, let's take a look and see what we got. I wanted to show you this scoria female. This is a hypo scoria that's het VPIT positive. I think this might be the nicest scoria that I've ever seen, to be honest with you. Look at that eye. It's like a bluish silver eye. This snake is so exquisite. Look at the red in the tail, because remember, this is hypo, so all the black is out of it, because that hypo gene turns all the black markings on the scoria into reds and like light beige browns. I don't even know if the camera's capturing how gorgeous this snake is. When I took it out of the bag, I was just, you know, blown away by it. I mean, just amazing. Like I said, and I have some pretty nice scorias. I have a fire scoria that's outrageous. This thing rivals that. And it's also, remember, het VPIT positive. I imported a litter of boas from overseas, from a very reputable German breeder. And I actually have a scoria that's het VPI, and I have 2 hypos. I'm gonna keep one. So I'm gonna make some of these other ones available. I haven't even looked at the other ones yet. I was so enamored with this one that I wanted to just show you guys how gorgeous this thing is. Look at that beautiful eye, wow. So light, so creamy colored. I mean, this is just one of the nicest boas I think like I've ever seen, you know. Aside from the pure, you know, solid white and solid black ones, I mean, those are just like completely different. But this is just, I don't know. This is very hard to improve upon. When you have wild lizards living in your reptile room, isn't that cool? I don't even have to feed him. He just eats the bugs that are in the room. Only in Florida. I don't even try to get these guys. I just let them go. They come in from outside. I get frogs in here too. Very cool. These guys have been locked for, it seems like 2 days already. This is a pastel enchi head clown female that's locked with a pastel leopard spot nose head clown. I usually don't like to do head clown to head clown. You know what? I just, I don't know, I had a feeling that this would be a good match. And I wanted to get the enchi into that leopard spot nose pastel clown potential. So even if I hit some possible hets, I guess I picked a good pairing, because they like each other. And sometimes when snakes like each other, that's the most important thing. So good pairing, early lock, early in the season. This girl didn't go last year, and that's why I really wanted to throw her in with a good male. And I guess I picked a good one. He was looking, you know what it is? Sometimes when these males start wandering around the tub and they're like just prowling, they want to breed. So, I mean, let them breed, you know? So what? I won't, if I don't hit clown, I'm not going to hit, you know, I'm only going to hit 25% clowns, but it is what it is. If I hit a couple good ones, it's worth it. She's big, this girl, so maybe she'll throw a big clutch and we'll get some good odds. This is a beautiful female that I've been growing up. This is a lesser red stripe clown. Actually, supposedly there's blade in here as well. So I'll take it. So that's lesser blade, red stripe clown. It's also het pied. So this is a pretty cool female, and I got to really think pretty hard. I have a male that I got with her that I can definitely put with her. He's only het. He's a double het clown pied, but he's got red stripe in him. So we could go for the super red stripe, you know, clown pied. The odds would be pretty big, but it might be the way to go. Or I can go, I have an Enchi clown that's het pied that I can go with to this girl too. So we would get, everything would be clown with a 25% chance of pied. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Let's take a look at the male, because this male is, I've been dying to use him. This is a pastel red stripe, double het, clown pied. The odds would be really hard to hit a clown pied with this. I mean, be 1 in 2 and then about 1 in 8 chance. I guess it's not terrible. That female's kind of not that big. I can go, like I said, with a little bit more of a sure thing with the Enchi clown at pied, but the idea of getting that red stripe in there, that the possible super red stripe, would be really kind of cool too. So I got to think about it. Maybe I'll just put this in. This is a pastel red stripe. Yeah, can't go wrong, I guess, with that. We know red stripe looks great in clown, so why don't we go for it? Let's put this male in with her. Here's a female that has not bred for me yet. I don't know if she's actually gravid, to be honest with you, or she's just big because she's been eating a lot. She didn't go last year, so I'm trying to put the male I had in with her last year. And this girl's an Enchi Candino pied. That's Enchi. Candino would be the act like super allelic combination of albino and candy, so that produces Candino. And she's also pied. Okay, and I'm breeding her. It's an interesting breeding I picked because I wanted to get some more genes in it. I could have gone with a pied and produced more pieds stuff, or I could have done albino pied and produced more albino pieds and candy pieds. Obviously, Enchi keeps the her having way more pattern, a lot less white, which we like, because sometimes we don't want to have white snake. And I'm breeding it to a leopard blackhead, leopard black pastel candy. So that's the recessive candy. This guy's boys is beautiful. Got him from my friend Doug Shederick a couple years ago. And what that's going to be able to do is going to be able to put leopard into this combination, black pastel, okay, which are, you know, great morphs. And then of course we have candy. So we're going to produce all candies and candinos, which is phenomenal. Everything will be het pied. He's not het pied, but at least we're going to get that leopard and black pastel. So imagine hitting a leopard, and this by the way, this female might be Orange Dream. So we have to prove it out. She has never bred for me, and she's got a couple of years on her too. She just was a bad eater for many years. She's a 15, so she's 6 years old. So never produced yet for me, but she's big. So she just took a long time getting up there. So imagine if we produce leopard black pastel candies that are het pied. That would be phenomenal. I'd love to see that. So great combination. Once again, she's big. She could have eggs in her, but these are the two. I bred these two last year, all the way into this season. So if she does lay a clutch of eggs, because because I don't realize it, then it'll be from this boy. So we're not going to confuse the genetics at all. We'll just keep an eye on her. Look at this gorgeous female, who's pretty close to being ready to breed as well. This is a banana clown that's het pied. So this is another really cool. I've been dying to hit the banana pied clown. I mean, that's really what I want to hit. This is really what I'm looking for. And this girl is so beautiful. She's a little on the small side. I think I want to get a couple more meals in her. Maybe try her in December. But she's, when a banana can hold this kind of color for this long into adulthood, there's something special there. But that's what, banana clowns do that. So we'll keep an eye on her, see how she keeps growing. breeding season's here. We got a lot of cool stuff going on. And last but not least, this is a real haymaker I'm throwing here. But I've shown you guys these before, but I'm praying that I see some locks. This is because these are young. They're not that old. They're only 18 months, almost 2 years old. The female just might not be big enough. Male's definitely ready. He's producing sperm plugs. He's a possible super orange dream, ultramel cryptic. You know, cryptic's that gene that creates a big wide eye bands here. It's allelic to the clown. And then I'm breeding him to the exact same, his sister, who's also a possible super orange dream, very likely, ultramel cryptic. She's got the big ear stripes too, you can see. So obviously we would produce all ultramel cryptics, and we would have the possibility of producing more super orange dreams. So I just thought these two are so great that I would love to see, you know, more of these produced. This is such a great starting point. If you can get, imagine that, it's really, you'd have a triple recessive essentially, or triple homozygous animal, because you'd have the super orange dream, which is 2 copies. You'd have cryptic, which is 2 copies of the cryptic gene, and then you'd have 2 copies of the ultramel gene. So we'll see what happens. It could happen. They're very good eaters. This line that I'm breeding together, that I've been producing, and you've seen a lot of these snakes that I've made, they really are really terrific eaters, and they get up to size very quickly, which is helpful, obviously. One more. Here's my ultramel pinstripe het cryptic female, the original female I got from Vin Russo. I don't know where she's hiding her head. She's produced a lot of great stuff for me, and I'm breeding her to a really interesting male, Banana Cinnamon Hurricane. The possible Woma, possible pastel. It's 50% het clown. So if he proves out het clown, and she's obviously het cryptic, we could produce kryptons possibly. It's a long shot. I don't know. It's a kind of weird breeding. I don't know if I'm wasting her, but he's so amazing, this male, that I really just want to test him out. I probably should breed him to some kind of a visual clown too, just to test him out to see if he's, because I might not hit any clowns with this breeding, and it doesn't mean that he's not het clown. It just means that I didn't hit the 1 in 4 odds. So we'll see. We'll see. He's going to definitely probably go to something else a little later this year as well. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today. Long day today, so I got some good stuff. I think that you might be interested in seeing. Obviously, breeding and locks and potential pairings and all kinds of cool stuff. You never know. This was kind of like an extra video for the week. I've been trying to do 3 a week. This was like a week. I'm calling this a weekend edition, and I hope you guys have a really exciting weekend planned. It's a little cool down a little bit here, at least in the early morning in Florida here, which is nice to go out and open the doors up and get some air into the snake room. It does get hot still in the afternoon, and it's always going to be warm here, and that's why I live here. It's all good though. A lot of people have been asking about clothing. I hate. There's so many things going on. If you like any Palumbo's pythons and boa, shirts like this. I also have a woman's shirt with a caricature of my wife and a Burmese python albino on there. Or if you like the Muscle Serpents University logo, you can go to our Teespring store below all these videos, and you can purchase some merchandise if you like it. Help support, the rat bill, and it shows solidarity, I guess, for whatever I'm doing here. And of course, I'm always open to suggestions, good or bad. Sometimes I make great decisions, and sometimes I do good videos, sometimes I do goofy videos, sometimes I do crappy videos. Like I said, there's no right or wrong, and that's the take-home message. I want you guys to understand, don't be afraid to make mistakes, because I've made so many mistakes in my life, but a lot of those mistakes have taught me the right way of doing things and have led to tremendous accolades in my life, not only in snake breeding, but in bodybuilding and in all kinds of business ventures, and luck and disluck with my children. There's no right or wrong. Don't be afraid, because a lot of people are so stifled and so paralyzed by fear that they're going to make a mistake that they never really take a chance, and they never really achieve anything great because they're afraid to take that step. Don't be afraid. Put those snakes together that people said, oh, you shouldn't do that, that won't work out. If you think in somewhere in your gut it tells you know what, this might be a good pairing, do it, because you might make something that no one else never made, and then everyone will want to get it from you. So be a leader, don't be a follower. All right, guys, that's my words of wisdom today. If you like what you see, hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications, hit that like button. I'll see you back Monday morning.